All right, welcome everybody. My name is Chris Alamany. This is the Alberni Weather Podcast for March 27th, 2024. Got lots to talk about. It is windy and blustery and kind of yucky outside, so it's a good time to talk about the weather. Okay, so just to update on the actual conditions, it's 4 degrees, chilly out there. It is raining. It is currently we have about 12 millimeters on the rain gauge, and it started after midnight tonight, so that's the 24-hour total so far as well. We have a little bit of wind, not too much. Might get a little more in the later morning, but it shouldn't be too severe. Air quality is good, and we're looking at it's pretty gross out there. So you can see the webcams are full of rain, and if we go to the YouTube, there's lots of rain happening out there. So take cover for the day, but the good news is we have sun in the forecast for Easter weekend, so that's great, and we can look forward to that. So some other data here, just looking at the temperature from the last few days. You can see we got up to almost 18 degrees on the 24th, and we came down after that. But we will be back up there this weekend, which is awesome. Like I said, air quality is pretty good all over the valley. This rain will help out, even though there's a few people burning their wood stoves and things because it's still pretty chilly out there. But we're doing well on air quality. And if I zoom out, we can see it's good all over the island and south coast. So that's great. We'll be looking at that in the next few weeks here as things dry out, and before the campfire bans go into effect, I would anticipate we'll see some slash burning up in the hills, and some burning people's refuse in the regional district areas. Looking at the satellite imagery, we can see the swirl from the storm there. That's given us pulling on the wet, blustery weather onto the coast. So we expect that to continue for most of the day today. You can see it's affecting the entire west coast all the way down to northern California. So everybody's getting a good dose of rain this morning. I also want to mention that it is the 60th anniversary of the 1964 tsunami that hit Port Alberni on Good Friday in 1964. So there's some great pictures in the article here online. I thought there was more than the one. I saw multiple pictures here. Maybe it was on my phone. If you look at it on your phone, there might be different pictures than on the web article here. There's not there. They had a few more pictures, but go and check those out. They're very cool. Obviously, a big event in the history of the city, and it was caused by a megathrust earthquake in Alaska that also caused damage to other cities all up and down the coast, but especially Port Alberni. So go check those out. There's also an event happening tonight, March 27th, Wednesday, at 7 o'clock down at the Maritime Heritage Center. That's the little building beside the lighthouse, beside Harbor Key there, just down from Harbor Key. Go check that out, 7 o'clock. They're going to have folks there who were there generally as kids when the tsunami came in. So they'll be sharing stories. That'll be pretty cool, and it's a great reminder to be prepared. You can find, if you look under reports and earthquakes on my website, you can find the Port Alberni Tsunami Zone map there. It's a great resource. It shows, and you can print this out. I'd recommend printing it out in color. But you can see there the evacuation routes, which are the red arrows. So you can see those out of the tsunami zone. The tsunami zone is the brownish area, browny pinky area. That's the 20-meter line, I believe. Where does it say here? Yeah, 20 meters. This means that up to 20 meters above sea level is considered the Tsunami Inundation Zone. So that's what this line is. So you can see, and it's quite detailed. You can see the streets. So it's good to remember because in the last time we had an actual tsunami warning, when the sirens went off, that was 2017, I believe. Yeah, I think it was 2017. A lot of people went all the way up to the hump. There's no need to go up the highway in a tsunami event. It's not going all the way up the hump. It's okay. And in fact, you shouldn't be on the highways at all because if there is a major disaster, we need to make sure that stuff can come in from outside. So don't go up the hump if we have a tsunami zone or tsunami alert. All you need to do is get to high ground in the valley, and there's lots of it. So if you are in, I'll just go through it. If you are in the 3rd Avenue and Argyle area, if you go up Argyle and you go to the corner of 3rd and Argyle, you are well above the tsunami zone. So you are good there, right? So there's Argyle and 3rd. So you can see the tsunami zone, 20 meters is about 1st Avenue on Argyle. If you are down on the flats, you can see there's Stamp Avenue onto 3rd, the lower part of 3rd. If you go up Bird towards 10th Avenue is a great sort of general barrier. So you know that everywhere on 10th Avenue is above the tsunami zone. So if you go to Echo Center, which is the community evacuation point anyway, that's where they usually have the reception centers and stuff set up there. If not there, then probably the multiplex or Glenwood. Those are all around 10th Avenue, right? So if you are in the tsunami zone, especially on the north or the south side of Alberni, then going to Echo Center is your best bet. That's a safe place. 10th Avenue is well above the tsunami zone in all parts of the south part of Port Alberni. So you don't need to worry if you are above 10th. And I am, if you're wondering, I'm on 6th here. I'm just on the edge, so I don't actually have to evacuate. I'm in a good spot there. But yeah, it's if you're worried about being in the tsunami zone, or if you are on the edge here and you're worried, then go to Echo Center. Go to 10th Avenue. That's as high as you need to go. It's not, you don't need to go any higher than that. If you're on the other side of Port Alberni, so sort of the other side of Roger Creek, one place you do not want to be is Roger Creek, obviously. It will flood all the way up into Roger Creek, up the ravine, right? Because, it's a low spot, so the water is going to come up into there. So you don't want to be anywhere near that. You don't want to be anywhere near the Somas River or Kitsuxis Creek, obviously. There's a great quote from someone in the paper today. Said they were on Kitsuxis and they were there, the first night or the night when they came in, and they knew that they had heard that the tsunami was coming in, and they came to the bottom of Kitsuxis, and there was already water at the bottom of Kitsuxis. So the tsunami had already come in. At least the first wave had already come in and inundated up to Kitsuxis. So this is real stuff. But again, you don't need to go very far to get above the tsunami zone. So if you are on the north part of Port Alberni, just get up above the railroad tracks is your best simple guide. If you're above the railroad tracks on the north side of Port Alberni, so like Johnson and North, Johnson, Latham, Compton, Kitsuxis, Grandview, Beaver Creek Road. If you are above the railroad tracks, you're good to go. You don't have to worry it to be any more higher than that. A good place to evacuate to, if you are on the north side and you're in the tsunami zone, a good place to go is the mall, Boston Pizza, Canadian Tire, Save On, or not Save On, sorry. No Frills, Walmart. Lots of people went there in the last warning, so that is a good place to go. It's well outside of the tsunami zone, and you can shelter there if you need to, and you can also get up and around. But again, I would stay away from going on the Alberni Highway. So you don't want a whole bunch of people moving along the highway here and down back into the rest of Port Alberni onto 10th. That's probably not what we want to do. We want to make sure that the highway is clear so that emergency personnel can come in from Nanaimo and Parksville and those areas. So if you're on the north side, make your way to Walmart and Canadian Tire, those areas, and you'll be just fine. If you're on the south side and you're in the inundation area, go to Echo Center, the multiplex, that kind of thing, and you're good to go. If you are closer to the Somas River, again, I'll just zoom out here so you can see the evacuation routes. You want to get up towards Beaver Creek Road, and you can go up and around out towards McLean Mill and go that way. That is the evacuation route. So if you are near the Somas River along River Road, your evacuation route is essentially Beaver Creek Road. So you want to get up out there. You can go up Falls Road, up Malabar towards Beaver Creek, and then you can get up out of Beaver Creek that way. You do not want to go the other direction. You don't want to go towards Johnson if you're on River Road, because that is towards the water. So you don't want to do that. So you want to go up and towards Beaver Creek Road. If you are on Hoopachesit First Nation, then again, Beaver Creek Road is where you want to go to evacuate. If you are on Sichat First Nation, if you are on the reserve on Sichat and Hector Road, and the other parts of the reserve there, then you want to get out towards the highway. So Sichat Market is the best place to take shelter there. That's on the evacuation route there. So you can see the evacuation route goes up the highway or out Bell Road, and you can shelter at Sichat Market is probably the best place to shelter there. So so that is our evacuation routes. That's what you want to do. Again, I have to emphasize, don't go on the highway. Don't go up the hump. Completely unnecessary. Head towards your nearest high point and nearest. So if you're on the south side of town, that's 10th Avenue. Anywhere above 10th Avenue, you're fine. If you're not sure, just go above 10th Avenue. go to Echo Center or the multiplex, and that's your best bet. If you're on the north side of Port Alberni, on the north side of Roger Creek, you don't want to cross Roger Creek because that could be washed out. It could be impassable. So if you're on the north side of Roger Creek, then go up Johnson towards towards Walmart and Canadian Tire. If you are on River Road, then head towards Beaver Creek Road. Go up Beaver Creek Road and go up and around to McLean Mill and back towards Walmart and Canadian Tire. So that is the situation. If you need more information, there's lots of information on the ACRD website. You can find it there. Emergency Services has the emergency preparedness stuff. So there's lots of information there for your emergency kit, your grab and go bags, how to be prepared, what will happen in an emergency. It has all of the information that you need there to be better prepared. So know what you need to do in a tsunami. Obviously, if you feel shaking, if we're having a major earthquake and you can actually feel it, that's going to be even more different than an earthquake in Alaska. So if you feel shaking, you take care of that first. You make sure that you're safe. You get under something, and make sure you and your family are safe from the shaking. Once the shaking stops, if you are in the tsunami zone, you get the heck out of Dodge and you make it up to high ground. Because if we can feel the shaking and it is a earthquake on the west coast of Vancouver Island, you're only going to have 15-20 minutes maximum before the first wave comes in. So you need to, as soon as the shaking stops, shaking can last, a minute, 2 minutes. As soon as that stops, get yourself out of the tsunami inundation zone. And if you are not in the tsunami inundation zone, then you just stay put, because you don't want to clog up the roads for the people who need to get out of that inundation zone. So I hope that's helpful. It's a good thing to remember. It's the 60th anniversary, so there you go. Last but not least, we'll look at the forecast, which looks fantastic for Easter weekend. So let's go to the temperatures here. We'll see. There's Friday. So Friday gets up to about 56. So that's 15-ish degrees. Saturday we'll get a little bit above that, maybe 20 degrees. And I think Saturday is our warmest day. It only went to Saturday. So that's Saturday. If I go back here and go to the 12-kilometer model, that should get us out a little further. So there's Friday. So you can see Friday. That's Friday afternoon. So you can see it gets into the mid teens, 15 or so. Yeah, there we go. And then Saturday afternoon, there we go. Nice, a little warmer. So probably close to 20 degrees, maybe not quite 20 degrees. And I think that, oh yeah, it gets warmer. It gets even warmer on Sunday. So that's great. So maybe 20 degrees on Sunday in the sun, and Monday looks warmer still. So there you go. So it's only going to get warmer through the weekend. I would imagine we'll be above 20 degrees on Monday, Easter Monday. So if you have those days off, congratulations and enjoy them. And for those of you who are on spring break, it's a great way to end the break. So there you go. I don't think we're gonna see any major precipitation after this system. So you can see the system today coming in and eventually going towards the south here as it leaves a little bit of rain behind Friday morning, but not too much. It's going to clear up. You can see those northerly winds coming in, and that should clear us up and make it nice and sunny for the weekend. If I just move through here, you can see a little bit of rain up on the central coast Monday morning, but that's not going to affect us on the south coast. It's going to stay warm down here. And Tuesday, going to come down. Yeah, it looks like it's going to come down on Wednesday morning. So Tuesday, Wednesday, there'll be a bit of a shift, but it doesn't look too bad. It's still northwesterly here. So it might feel a little chilly actually, but a little bit of rain Wednesday. So we're looking at almost a week without rain after today. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I want to do the long range 16-day, just to look at the long range. Yeah. Okay. So here's today, Thursday. You can see we're going up into Sunday. We get nice and warm, and then there's that cool patch Wednesday when the rain comes. And then it looks like the beginning of April is looking pretty nice. Looks quite nice. Look at the rain here. So there's our rain today. Another little bump on Wednesday, but not a whole lot. And it looks like a little bit through the first couple weeks. So that's good. There is actually a little bit of snow. Look at that, a little bit of snow in the forecast out mid-April. That's interesting. That actually that's next weekend? Yeah, interesting. So might get chilly next weekend. Might get a tiny little bit of snow up on the mountains. We'll see. Yeah, this is here's the cloud cover, so you can see Thursday into Friday, and then clearing Friday, Saturday, Sunday looks clear. Monday starting to cloud over, and then rain on Wednesday there, and then we have some clear patches at the beginning of April, and then back to cloudy mid-April. So yeah, it looks pretty spring-like. Lots of variation, but looks fairly warm. So I think we're done. We're certainly done with the snow on the lower levels. Maybe a tiny bit more up on the mountains, but not a whole lot. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of them, shoot me a comment or email. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you'd like to see on the podcast, let me know. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks.